dawn. On the Serengeti plain, the animals gather at the watering hole. A new day begins.
Yeah, their last day. This is CABELA'S African Safari for the PlayStation 2. And hey, look, it's Simba from The Lion King. Only in the movie, the bad guys were just hyenas. I have a fucking rifle. As you may have gathered by my gathering of pelts, CABELA'S African Safari is a hunting game. And you know what I love about hunting games? They're made from a premise outrageous enough to make a video game, but at the same time, it's something people do in real life. You know, it's not like zombie infections or alien invasions. The gaming industry actually had to catch up to reality in the case of hunting games. There's no need for power-ups or spaceships or any of those usual video game embellishments in CABELA'S African Safari. Traveling to another continent to shoot animals 5 times bigger than you requires enough balls. Unlike many of CABELA'S popular deer hunting titles, this game does not take place from a first-person perspective, nor is it on rails for that matter. In fact, African Safari is essentially a third-person shooter in which your primary objective is to harvest animals, not aliens or soldiers or any of the things you're used to killing in video games. But then again, why shoot at something that can shoot back at you when you can just desecrate a lesser life form instead? Hey antelope, who's at the top of the food chain? You say it, antelope! Now, we all have opinions about the depiction of animal killing in games like these, and I'm not saying anything one way or the other. I'm just here to tell you that if you enjoy hunting games, this one is technically solid, and it offers a unique twist on a genre that's often as boring as it is poorly made. First of all, African Safari feels a lot more action-oriented than most hunting games. You do have to sneak around, obviously it's a hunting game, but your targets can't get too far. The locations generally seem smaller than you'd expect from a hunting game, but not too small. Their size actually fits the game's tone better than larger ones would. It keeps you shooting more and tracking less. And that's a good thing, because each of your missions is timed. You have a certain amount of time to kill all the animals on your checklist, generally before sunset. So from the gameplay to the structure of the hunts, everything feels designed around the idea of a more exaggerated and more action-packed hunt. The controls also seem to jive with that philosophy. They're simple, they're easy to grasp, and for the most part, the game controls well. You switch your weapons with the D-pad, you zoom in on your target with one shoulder button, and most importantly, you fire with the other. You'll notice there's no button for eating a salad. Of course, as with most titles released by a value label, a couple of the game's shots do miss their target. The Xbox 360 and PC versions obviously look better than this PlayStation 2 version, but that discrepancy makes a functional difference as well as an aesthetic one. The blurry animals are sometimes difficult to distinguish from one another at a distance on the PS2, so you'll sometimes shoot animals that aren't on your checklist, for which you're reprimanded, which also sucks. Oh, come on, now we're concerned with conservation? You gave me a rifle. Ultimately, once the smoke from your muzzle loader clears, this game just isn't anything to get excited over. There are way better third-person shooters for the PlayStation 2, but I'm not sure there are many hunting games better than the surprisingly decent and surprisingly gamey CABELA'S African Safari.
That is not the animal you are here to hunt. Consider yourself warned.